kicked into effect a few days ago that allows businesses to bypass banks to get the money they need. It follows a federal law that allows equity crowdfunding. Here to talk about it is Rick Murray. He is CEO of the Arizona Small Business Association. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy talking about small business.
Well, a lot of us are familiar with crowdfunding. We think of Kickstarter, Indiegogo. We've seen businesses that use that. You know, donate $50, get a T-shirt or something like that. How is equity crowdfunding different?
Well, what's different in this is that now small businesses can raise capital through selling shares in their company without going through an initial public offering or through and lower than the threshold of the Securities Exchange Commission. So it's kind of like Shark Tank. We all watch Shark Tank and we say, well, I want to raise $100,000. I'm going to give away 25% of my company. And then you go out and you put this on a portal and you put a business plan together and you solicit your idea and hopefully you get your donations. The interesting thing about the Arizona law is that it allows for all of us to participate. Now, currently, those types of offerings are only made available to what we call accredited investors, which those are people who are worth $1 million and make up to $200,000 a year. Well, that obviously was just for a small group of people. So now we've got everybody can now invest in this, and it really sets a limit in regards to how much can be raised from an individual investor as well. Is only at $10,000 at the maximum. We know that a lot of companies won't even go to that level as well.
Can you walk us through it? Say I'm a business owner and I need, I don't know, you give me a scenario. You're the business guy here. Give me a scenario. Who might use this? Okay,
this may be in different verticals. Maybe it's a real estate company. Maybe it's a technology company or healthcare company. But so now I've got this company, and I need to take the next step in taking and raise some dollars to be able to hire more people. We heard Dennis Hoffman talk about opportunity for more graduates here. I think this is really a game changer in creating jobs here in Arizona when this thing really starts to kick in. So then you then have this idea. You create a business plan. It's going to be overseen by the Corporation Commission. You register with the Corporation Commission as a securities dealer, and it's only for Arizona residents, for Arizona companies. So it's very homegrown. So you can't get a Texas investor to come in and invest in your company or a California investor to come in. So it's specifically for Arizona. And we really think, we're one of about 23 states who have now passed this law. I think Arizona actually is much further ahead of the curve than most of them in regards to that. Most of what the practicality of what the law and put it into effect is actually written into the law. So as soon as we can find somebody and an internet portal to host these things, I think we'll start seeing some activity. But we're still waiting for the private enterprise to come in and have an internet portal to host these, just like you say, in those Kickstarter opportunities.
That's what I was just going to ask. If I wanted to find an Arizona business that I wanted to invest in, right now we're...
Well, yeah, so the law just went live as of July 3rd, and so it had a 60-day resting period before it became law. And so there are a lot of companies that I've heard from personally that are interested in developing and building these portals. And these portals may be for all companies. They may be industry specific, as I said before. Maybe it's for real estate, or maybe it's for healthcare or technology, maybe. And so they're building those now, and we hope to see some of them go live here in the next 30 days.
What are you hearing from your members of the Arizona Small Business Association?
They're excited. Like I say, I think this is a game changer. Right now, we're not going to see a lot of momentum, at least initially. I think it takes a couple of years before we really see a lot of momentum. But I think over time, I think within 5 years, 10 years, who knows what this is going to look like in regards to how now businesses are raising money, and really the opportunity to be able to bypass, as you say, the banks. And I want to say this as well. The banks actually are very much in favor of this. They know they can't lend to these types of businesses anyway, and they want to have those relationships as well with these companies. So this has really been very much of a community support from all the stakeholders. So we're hoping to see this thing really take off here in the next few years.
Well, when it's up and running, we'll have to come back and revisit this.
You bet. We'll do
Thanks,
that again.
Rick Murray, so much. Appreciate it.